I'm gonna stop us because apparently our interview is ready, and I don't want you to say any more because that'll, I'm sure, be unpacked later in the show. We've got a lot in store for you for sure, but one person we definitely want to bring to it. Max, I'm going to let you introduce this person.
Yeah, so I personally handpicked this dude because there's few content creators out there for MvC2. And Romneto, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing out there?
Oh, so great to have you, dude. Thank you for. Go ahead.
I'll say this is a moment that I've always imagined could possibly happen, but thank you for actually making it happen.
No, I appreciate it. I with a very limited period of time that we had to set up this tournament, we put out the MvC2 bat signal, and y'all showed up, and that means a lot. The biggest reason I wanted to bring you on here for this interview is that there are very few MvC2 players / content creators in this space that have been making content and playing this game for as long as you have. And, you know, as I was running into you and you destroyed me in the Xbox 360 days, there was a legacy of videos of yours that goes back to early YouTube. How long have you been doing this?
So that's a good question. It goes all the way back to 2006 on YouTube that I've been making Marvel 2 videos.
Wow.
And with that, it was like tech and it was matches and pretty much some of the highest caliber of play at the time you could even watch on that platform. But there was something else that I was super inspired by, and I wish we could have integrated into our show, but we only have so much time today. You made a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 documentary some years ago. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so actually the little water bottle canister you see behind there is actually part of that. It's called Victory. It is the story of the Marvel 2 community, which, as you can imagine, goes way beyond just the game itself, and kind of connecting back to something you brought up earlier, which is the social and psychological aspects of this community, because in many cases, people who don't know about video games or fighting games, they might not realize that, like myself, for example, most of my closest friends who I've known throughout my life, I've met through the Marvel 2 community. And so that was my inspiration for working on this film. I do just want to clarify though, it's still in production, hasn't been released yet, but it definitely will be completed, and it's something very important to me.
Gotcha. I checked it out pieces here and there, you know, as it's been like teased over these years. So, you know, I think for me personally, it's the definition of an FGC, you know, there's not a ton of like money behind it. There's not a ton of like world-class esports fame in association, but it's a level of like respect and camaraderie that comes with your friends and the group of friends that you guys have grouped around each other and have just stuck with the same game for all these years. So, you know, that's the whole point of this event, was that you guys have been killing it for so long with this game, dedicating your life to this game. And I just wanted to give you all a platform to show it off. And, you know, show it off. I think you will.
Yeah, well, I will tell you, just speaking for myself, I am immensely grateful. When I first heard about this, the hype levels were in the upper stratosphere, as I like to say. And I also want to give a special shout out to one of my best friends, Josh360, who's also in this tournament. And he's actually one of the people who's always inspired me not only to do better as a content creator, but better as a player. And he's inspired me to work on the documentary as well. So really special shout outs to him.
Yeah,
I love it.
You got all of our backing. I appreciate it, Romneto.
Thank you very
Romneto,
much.
thank you so much. But hey, listen, we're not done with you yet, okay? Here we go, because now it's time for a segment presented by Mythwalker, the mobile geolocation fantasy RPG that uses real locations to tell the stories of Earth's myths and legends. It's Myth or Meta, where we present a streamer, in this case, Romneto, with a popular myth about streaming or gaming, and you tell us if it's myth or meta. And chat, you can weigh in too by voting in the poll in the extension now. Are you ready? You actually just, and in fairness, Romneto, I'll tell you something. In fairness, you actually just weirdly teased this exact question, which I don't know who gave you the script, but either way. The question is, esports will surpass traditional sports in popularity.
Oh boy.
I know.
It's
Watch
a heavy
out,
one.
Twitch. Light up the Twitch chat. Here we go. Your thoughts.
Is
it a myth or is it a myth? Is it false? Or is it, is it a myth? Is it false? Or is it meta? Is it true?
I don't think it's false. I think it actually could be true.
What? I like that. Excellent. Well, and I think that's interesting that you say that. And you're also coming from the fighting game community. What's making you go meta on that one?
Well, I also just want to clarify. So I did play NCAA Division II volleyball, and I've also played like basketball and a bunch of other sports. So actually, as much as I'm a Marvel player, I'm also an athlete. But I would say the Marvel bias is pretty strong on this one. And I've also seen it not only just with Marvel, but even with other games like more popular, more modern games, right? We've seen how much they've grown over the years and how popular they're becoming. I think I even heard that fighting games or video games are going to be an Olympic sport, something like that in the near future.
Yeah,
so I mean, I guess this is where this perspective is coming from.
I love it. Well, that's excellent. Hey, listen, thank you so much for joining us. Max, if you want to say any last words, and then we'll head
Yeah, I got one last question for Romneto. Do you still have the world record for the Iceman Arctic Attack hits?
You know, I do get trolled for this often by my fellow Marvel 2 players, but I do,
Okay.
and the current world record is, I believe, at 77 hits. And I do still have
Hell yeah. All right. All right.
Well done.
I remember those videos back in the day. Appreciate it, Romneto. Good luck in the tournament, dude.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.